First thing was Rick as a manager. I've played under him before and know what he's about and what he's hoping to achieve here at Notts County and the club as a whole, what they're wanting to achieve with the calibre of players that they're bringing in. I think we've got real potential to strive and compete with the best in the league. And the location as well, you know, being Nottingham born and bred, for me it was a no-brainer for me to come here and play locally. And hopefully give back something to the local town, being able to play at the top level.
Yeah, every player is signed have all got international experience. 2-3 New Zealand players, player from Canada, a couple of Scottish, and obviously 3 or 4 English players. You know, so I think that's the biggest thing. The players he's brought in, and obviously I know Rick. When he was at Leeds Ladies a few years ago, you know, he's successful there, and I've spoke to players who were at Leeds that all said good things about him, you know, so that's probably the 2 biggest things, obviously management team and the players. And personally for me, I think I just needed a new challenge. Been at Blues for 2 years, and I think I'd say I'd have two bad seasons, and I think this new challenge, you know, being at Notts County will open, hopefully freshen things up for me. The England set up through injury. You know, my aim is to get back in the England squad when I'm fit and healthy, and hopefully being here at Notts County, playing well, and hopefully get a look in again at international level.
It's massively exciting, I think, because it's a fresh start from a player's perspective. We're bringing in a lot of players from an international stage as well as local talent. So it's very exciting because it's new. The facilities that we've got here are obviously first class. Being able to play on the county ground is obviously a real bonus as well, having that quality. And I think as a whole it's very exciting because people don't know what to expect from us. We're competing in the top flight of the women's game in this country, and we're coming together a real good group about us. We've got some great players, and we've got a real good buzz about the group at the moment, and hopefully we can keep working on that and look forward to competing in the WSL.
I think they'll have a great season. You know, if you look at the league last year, it was pretty much open. I think it come down to the last league game, Liverpool Bristol, to decide who won the league. So I think this year is, you know, it's going to be as competitive as last year. You know, Man City have come in, signed players. Liverpool again, you know, got a strong squad. Arsenal, Chelsea have signed a lot of players. Obviously Notts County, you know. So I think every team is going to take points off each other this year. I don't think no team is going to not drop points basically. There's been a lot of movement as well. I think the weaker sides, so-called weaker teams, have got stronger, and the so-called stronger teams have become weaker. You know, so I think there's going to be five or six teams that, you know, are all fighting for that top spot.
Obviously, there's Man City that have come into the league and they've signed a few players, so they're obviously going to be looking to compete. Arsenal have kept some key players but lost a few key players as well. So, you know, I think at this stage it's too early to say who's going to be. I think it's evenly spread at the moment. I think it's about the kind of players that you're bringing in, and I think now with the game becoming professional, you know, management of how teams are going to play, and be able to work towards your system, and if you get that right, you know, I think it's going to be a very exciting league, that top teams are going to take points off each other. It's going to be very competitive, and as a footballer that's what you want, you know. It's a lot more exciting now than back in the day when there was certainly 2 teams that would kind of be the driving force in the women's game. Now it's looking like 4 or 5 teams in the league that will be, which only makes it more exciting for the neutral, and hopefully that will generate more fan support.
The latest update is I'm running, jumping a little bit, change of direction. So I'm slowly getting there. You know, it's a slow process. You know, when you rupture your ACL, they say 9 to 12 months, and it's been, I think it's about 8 months, coming up to 8 months. So I'm not too far off. Set myself little targets. Hopefully I'll be joining in training probably beginning of March. That'll probably be non-contact, and then looking a couple of weeks contact, and then hopefully get some pre-season time under my belt. That's what I'm aiming to do, and hopefully ready for the new season.
I mean, Nottingham's always been massive on girls and women's football. From when I was playing at 10 in the local boys team to now, where there's girls teams across Nottinghamshire. The Women's Cup final generated 25,000 at the City Ground, a sellout, and just goes to show how far the game's come. And for me, it's massively important, and I'm really proud to be able to begin. And hopefully, if we can have some local girls come and see what the top flight is about, and most importantly learn and develop and strive to play in the top level, then that's really important, and I'm really, really proud about that, to be able to play locally and have that support.
My personal targets are obviously at club level. I want to win trophies. First, I want to get fit, obviously, get into the squad, be playing regularly, and obviously everyone wants to win trophies, don't they? You want to win the league, top 2 spot, Champions League, FA Cup, Continental Cup, and then further than that is international. Like I say, I've been out of the setup since my injury, so I'd like to be back involved with England, and give it a Canada next year, World Cup, and ideally be part of that. But my first one is to be fit and healthy. That's the biggest one. Get that one out of the way, and then hopefully the rest will come with it.
The way you talk about the team, it seems like there's a great ambition here.
Yeah, definitely. Like I say, if you look at the players Rick's brought in, that just shows how ambitious Rick is and how much he wants to win things. And I think every single player in the squad as well, obviously, I think will have similar ambitions to myself. That want to be playing regular, and want to win trophies. I think that's the biggest thing. Everyone wants to win trophies, and hopefully, come this time next year, we might have a few under our belt.